What up? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix movie special, Death to 2020. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Welcome to quite possibly the best end of year special I've ever seen. And I'm not exaggerating when I said that. You know how at the end of every year, everybody does their own retrospective look back, chronicling what we just went through and in their own quirky ways? Well, that's what Death to 2020 is, but with a slight touch of genius. It's hilarious, it's spot on, it's encapsulating. This is a satire full of brilliant, well-written sarcasms and snarky comments that not only poke fun of, but also point out the crazy, soul-crushing, topsy-turvy roller coaster ride that was the year 2020. Directed by Charlie Brooker, created and executive produced by Charlie Brooker and Annabelle Jones, Death to 2020 is a comedy event that tells the story of the dreadful year that was and perhaps still is. This landmark documentary-style special weaves together a chorus of narration from some of the world's most fictitious, renowned voices with real-life archival footage spanning the past 12 months. Starring Samuel L. Jackson, Hugh Grant, Kumail Nanjiani, Tracy Ullman, Samson Kayo, Lisa Kudrow, Diane Morgan, Leslie Jones, Christine Milioti, Joe Keery, and more. Death to 2020 is the cathartic comedy event that you'll never forget about the year that you really don't want to remember. When I heard that Death to 2020 came from the mind of Charlie Brooker, who gave us Black Mirror franchise, I thought we were in for a dark conspiracy thriller about how the year 2020 was nothing more than a giant matrix in which we were all sleeping and waiting to be unplugged from it by some Morpheus-like figure. Luckily, it's not heavy at all, although I would not mind that version too, if you ask me. Turns out Charlie had done other prior end-of-year specials previously for BBC, all of which I had not seen yet, so I don't know if any of them were as hysterical as this one. But now he is bringing that wittiness to Netflix, and it's the perfect timing considering the tumultuous nature of 2020. Charlie rounded up a collection of great talents for this mockumentary. You've got Samuel L. Jackson playing the cynical reporter. You've got Samson Kayo in the role of a scientist, but his scientific explanations have to be accompanied by absurdly funny visual illustrations. Kumail Nanjiani plays a character that represents how Silicon Valley tech giants view the rest of us minions. Lisa Kudrow's character specifically got me rolling on the floor because she's like the embodiment of every White House official working under Donald Trump. They deny, and grovel and go wherever the wind blows. Kristen Milioti's soccer mom character is every man and woman in America who's been influenced by alt-right web forum and social media. My favorite is Leslie Jones, who, as a self-proclaimed behavioral psychologist, has the hottest unapologetic takes on 2020. And Hugh Grant's historian turn on this special will crack you up because he nonchalantly and frequently mixes reality with Star Wars movies. Clearly, Charlie has taken every perspective into consideration. No stone left unturned, as they call it. And it kind of reminds me of True TV, Smoking Gun Presents World's Dumbest This and This and That, where a bunch of comedians would sit down in front of the camera and watch candid videos and share their reactions and thoughts on them. Although in the case of Death to 2020 is more scripted and acted, but it carries a similar razor-sharp tongue. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is that Death to 2020 is mostly from American and British point of view. So it's mostly about how 2020 impacted those two cultures. So 80% of it is of course about the US election. Be that as it may, this is an excellent mockumentary with comedy that stays consistent. And it's very eye-opening in that it's telling us that yes, 2020 may have screwed us over, but who's to say we won't drop the ball again in 2021?